Hi, my name is Chris Raftopoulos, and I'm going to show you different kinds of brushes today. The first one, probably everyone knows this, but it's a flat brush. So it's, it can do broad strokes. So I'll just take some color here. You just lay it down like that. Go horizontal or vertical. Just like that. Just picking up paint and doing that. Could also you can pounce it like that. You can go this way to do maybe grasses or something. Like that. Can't work I don't want to do too much because I have other brushes to show you. Now the next one is what's called a bright, and it's quite short, as you see here. Get a little closer so you can see it. It's very short, as I mentioned, and you do like shorter strokes. So I'm just going to take some magenta here, and you don't do as long strokes. You have more control over it. It's very similar to flat. Again, just could do little side strokes like that. You could go like this with it. Same with the flat. Could twist the brush if you want to. That's always, play with it, have fun, experiment. That's what it's all about. Having fun and learning new things. And you could take lots of paint and lay down, go different directions with it, horizontal, vertical, at an angle. Have fun with that. So that's a bright. The next thing I'm going to show you is a soft flat. So it's similar, but it's not. It won't leave much of it leaves a softer stroke. See it? And it leaves a nice sharper edge, where these ones the edges are a bit soft. But that leaves a nice hard edge here. I might add a little white to it so you can see. It might just be pure black on the camera. Add a little white. And see, it does nice soft brush strokes. Could be very good if you want to, blend or something is something that's very smooth, maybe like a pebble or a flower or some sort. It's really, and again, it can do, you could do textures with it too, pouncing, maybe distant trees. It's a good way to do distant trees as well. Like that. Small, sharp lines. It's very good for doing nice straight edges too. Where a bristle isn't the best for it. So that's a flat for you. Now this one is a soft point. It's not much of a point now, but I might thin it a bit, put it in thinner and get some paint, just like whatever color you want, and there it is. And it does like fine stroke. It's it's good for detail, so you can do like nice little lines with it. Can be quite fun just to experiment different brushes and what they do. So it just does short. You could do bold branches or something, or whatever you want. You could maybe take the side of it and do that with it. So that's a pointed one, a soft pointed one. Now the next one I'm going to show is a fan brush, which I've done in previous videos. but it's a nice brush, and this brush is probably one of the best for like foliage, like doing foliage and stuff. See, I just did a little tree here. It's amazing. It's also good for like grasses. Here, I'll get a bit of whiter so it's not black on the camera. See, it does nice little grasses too. Trees. Maybe little shrubs. It's not the best shrub, but it's just a demonstration of brushes. So that's a fan brush. Still have a few to go. Next is what's called a filbert brush. So this is a bristle filbert. It has a nice kind of curve. These brushes can be very good for figures because, you know, we look at our finger, look, it has the same roundness. And often the figure's like that. There's always like a little round, a subtle roundness to it. We're not just flat if you study the figure. So it's actually meant to do anything really. It can do trees if you want. I don't know if I have room to do any trees now because I kind of filled it with other stuff, but you know, there's kind of a fat looking tree here. You can do grasses too with it if you want. You can do anything with the filbert. It's quite a very versatile brush. Let's prop mirror out a bit of white here so you can see. It's really quite fun. So filbert's pretty similar, but it's good to know what different types of brushes are out there, because some artists may prefer using filberts, others might use flats, etc. So the next brush I have is, oh, my easel's turning on, but sorry about that, my easel. My easel's gonna fall on me or something. And here's my next brush. It's a round. It also can do finer strokes depending on which sizes you get. Get some blue. Get a little lighter tone. So they can do nice, you know, short strokes. You know, you can go any angle you want, horizontal, vertical, etc. And you can also, this brush can be good for pouncing. So you can do kind of like some false foliage tree of some sort. Like that. It's kind of messy now. I made a big mess. So that's like a... So that's kind of like the usage of a... Oh, I got a bit too much paint. Just doing that. Showed you there. So that's a round brush. Last, I'm going to show you what's called a mop brush. And you don't dip paint in this because mop brushes and oil, the oil is just too stiff. So if you really want something really looking soft, this is what you do. So see how this is, you know, I got my strokes here, right? So I can just go in and with the mop brush and just slightly touching, don't have to press hard, just go in and soften things. If you really want something really smooth and maybe looking quite realistic, this is what you can do. I'm just blending in a kind of a circular motion here. Blend. It's fun to use. It could be quite fun to use the mop brush. I'm blending. Well, this is just great, eh? I hope you experiment with your brushes and, you know, see what they can do. Play with it. You'd be surprised. Sometimes we forget. It's not about creating. It's not. Painting isn't just about creating a masterpiece. It's about having fun and enjoying what you're doing. So see, you notice that it's quite soft. There's barely any strokes visible. Where before, it was quite rough in the texture, but I smoothed it out, which is interesting. Well, I hope you learned something about brushes and different kinds of brushes, and I hope you really experiment it and try it out for yourselves and have fun. Well, this is goodbye for now. Bye.